Hi, Miss Janet's class. Happy week. I wanted to bring you another book. Today I'm going to read Curious George and the Puppies by Margret and H.A. Rays. And I'm sure all of you are familiar with Curious George, who is very curious, which is not always a bad thing, but sometimes we have to be careful. So, looks like he's going to see some puppies. This is George. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. One day, George went for a walk and with his friend, the man in the yellow hat. When they sat down to rest, they noticed a tiny kitten peeking out from under the bench. The kitten looked frightened. "Perhaps she is lost," said the man in the yellow hat. Together he and George searched the park for the little kitten's owner, but the kitten was all alone. "This kitten is too young to be on her own," the man said. "We should take her to the animal shelter where they can care for her and find her a home." So George and the kitten and the man with the yellow hat drove to the animal shelter. Well, that sounds like fun. And I know it's a place that Gracie would love to go to. She's always wanting to see the animals. The director of the shelter was glad to see them. "It was good of you to bring the kitten here," she said. "We'll be happy to take care of her." George gave the kitten to the director, and he and the man with the yellow hat walked inside. "Come in," the director said, "but watch where you step. We have a large litter of puppies and but one has gotten out of the cage. We're still looking for him, so please be careful." She closed the door quickly behind her. George had never been to an animal shelter before. Animals of all kinds were being cared for here. George saw bunnies and cats, turtles and guinea pigs. He even saw a snake. But he didn't see any puppies. I wonder where they could be. "George, I need to sign some papers," said the man in the yellow hat. "Please stay here and don't be too curious." I think he knows George. Just as the man with the yellow hat left the room, George heard barking. Maybe it was the puppies. But where was it coming from? George was curious. He followed the barking noises. Wonder what he will find. And found a room full of dogs. There were yellow dogs and spotted dogs, sleek dogs and fluffy dogs. There were quiet dogs and yappy dogs, and even a dog without a tail. But where were the puppies? Then George saw little wagging tail, then another, and another. What did he find? Once George saw the puppies, he could not take his eyes off them and had to pet one. Here was the puppy. Oh, that puppy liked George, and George wanted to hold the puppy. Slowly, he opened the door. But before George could even reach the puppies, the mother dog pushed that door open and was off like a shot. George tried to close the door after her, but the puppies were too fast. There was nothing George could do. I think he got too curious. Puppies were everywhere. Puppies hid under the desk. Puppies barked at bunnies. One puppy even played with the telephone cord, and another climbed on top of a cage to watch the others get into mischief. Soon all the dogs were barking, the cats were meowing, and the bunnies rustled in the back corner of their cage. Was it a good idea to open that doggy door? "Oh, no!" cried the director, as she and the man with the yellow hat rushed into the room. "Now all the puppies are out." The man with the yellow hat had helped the director gather up the puppies and put them safely back into their cage. Soon all the animals settled down and were quiet, except for one, who was still barking. It was the mother dog. What was that? What was she barking at? There was something here, but the door. There must be something on the other side, thought George, and he opened the door. What do you think he found? It was the missing puppy. Everyone was happy to finally find the puppy. The director scooped him up and says, "George, you certainly caused a ruckus. But if you hadn't let the puppies out, we might still be searching for this little one." Then she gave the puppies and their mother a snack. "These puppies are now big enough to go live with families who will take care of them," she said. "Do you want to take one home with you, George?" What would you guys say? And George did. Hope you guys enjoyed Curious George and the Puppies. And I'm imagining a lot of you guys have special animals at home you might be helpful in taking care of. Everyone have a great afternoon. Miss you guys.